Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Critters Corner Alan Tolliver Show, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the West Green Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with Buffaloes head coach Alan Tolliver. Coach,
what's up, man?
How you doing today?
We're making it.
We're on the hardwood today, but we're on a different hardwood.
Yeah, we're not. We're on the feeder school hardwood.
We are. We're on the middle school floor. It's a little bit echoey in here, so hopefully that doesn't bother us much. Don't have a table in front of us. We never have a table in front of us.
Not really.
We just have a little stool that we set the mic on. I like the little stool that Coach Greenlee provides us with. Always shout out to Coach Greenlee for letting us borrow his room.
Yeah.
We could probably go borrow a stool from somewhere, but it's okay.
Yeah, I ain't going looking.
Nope, I ain't either.
Okay, good.
This is where the future is made for West Green. This is where a lot of your players end up developing that feed into your school. I guess you could say this is where the future develops for West Green.
Future develops. I like that.
It's nice to do a little interview on the middle school floor. I like the middle school floor since they've redone it.
It looks sick.
I went to Malsheim Elementary in middle, and it looks a lot different in here.
I did not go there.
It's been repainted. A lot of the old banners have been taken down. It's a lot different now.
They're all in the old gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go down there. I like the old gyms. The old gym's where it's at. It's creepy, yeah. It's a little scary though. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
We won't get into that, but if you know, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about some basketball though. You've got something I'm sure we want to talk about. And that's what happened last night on Tuesday night in the District 1 2A consolation game. You played Chucky Doak in the semifinals after beating Happy Valley in the quarterfinals last week. Suffered a loss against Chucky Doak. Hampton suffered a loss to South Green. That pitted you and Hampton against each other in the third place consolation game. A lot of people probably expected Hampton to come out and win that game. I don't know if you go back and look at previous years. I don't know the last time that West Green has beat Hampton in basketball. It didn't happen either of the two times you played this year. But as Mark Brooks said Saturday morning, West Green's an upset waiting to happen. And you sure were. I think you upset Hampton and a lot of fans up there in Carter County. So talk about how great of a win that was and how much of a landmark, culture-changing win that was.
Yeah, well, I'll hit the Chucky Doak game first. Just snip, quick. Ain't gonna leave
that
it
was
out.
a good game, too.
Yeah,
we can't skip over that one without saying what a great defensive effort.
Game plan worked great. I mean, it was perfect. Big fella had 2 points in the first half. We were down 3 at the end of the first half. He was working. The only thing that wasn't working was us putting the ball in that round circle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't do that very well. Third quarter plagued us. 7 turnovers in the third quarter alone. I think we had 4 in a row. So we let a Chucky Doak team like that get out in transition, get easy buckets like that, and push that lead to 12-10. It's hard to come back from that, especially when they got Derry on the inside that they can feed and go to get a reliable bucket. But, overall, if shots fall, I really think that could be a totally different outcome for us there. But then it puts us in the game with Hampton last night. First quarter was atrocious. It was terrible. Down 14 points at one point in the first quarter. Ended up trailing by 10.
Seemed like that was a reoccurring theme with teams last night. Struggling in the first quarter.
First quarter struggles.
So you did, South Green did, and Greenville did, and all 3 won.
Yeah.
Seemed like a reoccurring thing.
Yeah, at first I was like, okay, this is not going how we expected. So second quarter, talked to Coach Bo a little bit. Like, all right, let's change something up. So we changed it up, ended up going zone for pretty much the rest of the night. And fought our way back into it. Connor and Braden kind of got hot there in that second quarter, knocked down some big shots. Baxley came in off the bench, hit a big corner 3 that kind of sparked the run for us. After we got that run going into the third quarter, we were down 4 or 5, I think 5. Down 5 going into the third quarter. And then come out third quarter, and it was back and forth. We tied it up, took the lead by 1. They took the lead by 1. We took the lead by 2. They hit a 3, went up 1. It was just a back and forth third quarter. And then the last about the last 45 seconds, we turned it over on 1. They got a fast break and 1 layup, went up 3. And then they hit a corner 3 as time expired. We were down 6 going into the fourth. Fourth quarter hit, and we stayed true, stayed with our zone. It got us with the come back a little bit there in the third quarter, gave us the lead. And then fourth quarter is another. Boom, 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 boom.
Bucket, 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 bucket.
Yeah, and then we ended up, we were tied. Both teams had a chance to take the lead. We took our chance. Brock attacks, makes a bounce pass to Aiden. Backside defender snuck in behind and got a block. Really thought Aiden was about to put it in the hole. And then out of nowhere, I mean, this kid came flying. So they get it. Coach Ned calls a timeout up there at Hampton. And after that, they held the ball for that remainder of their possession. They missed, so we go to overtime. Free basketball. Walked down to the end of the bench before they come over and got me a drink of water. Trainer sitting down there. He's like, I love free basketball. I was like, I'm sure you do. So he joked with me there. Kind of just lightened the mood a little bit. And after that, overtime started. We jumped out quick. Went up 6 early.
That's huge against a team like Hampton.
Yeah, big time. And then
we're talking about, I don't know if a lot of people, including myself, because I don't know how it slipped my memory, but we're talking about defending 1A state champions here who only lost one starter and brought back a lot of their bench. A lot of people don't realize that, and I think a lot of people forgot about that too. I even forgot about it until later where somebody told me, wow, that's a defending state champion they beat, and it was.
That's kind of that's what Tate said to me last night after the game. He's like, just beat the defending 1A state champs. And he's like, yeah. It's like they only graduated one guy. So that's it's pretty big. And but no, overtime. We're in it. We go up 6, and we get offense. Aiden gets an offensive rebound. We kick it out, and I'm like, whoa, slow down. I'm not going to say any names. Comes off a screen, shoots a step back 3 right in front of me. Apparently you could see smoke come out. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't. We didn't want to shoot it. We shot it. If it goes in, it's a great shot. It just didn't go in. Mm-hmm. We get back, go down. Hampton hits a 3-point game. We come back down. It's like 2.5 minutes to go. Get a good look. Just didn't go in. Hampton goes down. They score. We come down. We score. And they go down, and they hit a 3. Minute and 30 seconds to go. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Hold that ball.
Are you for a minute and
Hold
30?
That ball. Okay. I've seen way too many coaches do it, and it worked to their favor. And I'm sure a lot of coaches, even though they would say, no, you go for the win right there or you go score, a lot of coaches would be mistaken if they don't do that, because I've seen a lot of coaches do it to other teams that would not like it to happen to themselves, and that might have been a case last night. I don't know if I've ever seen Coach Ned Smith personally hold the ball like that, but I saw it happen the night before where Hampton held the ball for 2 minutes in the game against South Green Girls where they were only up 2 with 4 minutes left to go.
Yeah.
A lot of teams will do that if you're ahead because there's no shot clock, and it's a strategic way to end the game. That's like late in the game. I know this might bring up a bad memory, but
easy.
North Green game last year at West Green, the ball goes through the hoop. They chose not to inbound it because technically at that point the clock is still going to run and you don't have to touch it. So there's strategic things that you can get by with in a high school basketball game like that, and I think some of the coaches learn that over time, and I'm sure in your 3rd year as a coach too, you've learned that yourself, like, hey, let's go the strategic route here and see what wins us the game. And it proved beneficial for you.
Well, I took a timeout. Had 3 timeouts. Looked at coach.
How many did you use?
I used all 3.
All 3?
Yeah, all 3. All 3 were going in overtime. I looked at Coach Bo. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, I don't know, what do you think? It's like hold it for a minute and 30. So take last shot. I said, if we don't score, we go to a second overtime and play some more basketball. I like it. I was like, all right, let's do it. But you know Hampton, they want to get up in you and pressure you.
Yep.
Well,
that would be the main worry when you play Hampton, though, is that with Hampton, they're going to put pressure and they're not going to want you to take that last shot.
Well, see, that was the worry. So we still did it anyway. Mm-hmm. And they weren't doing anything at first. Like, they were just kind of letting us dribble it out, move. Well, we hit like the 30-second mark. Here comes a trap. Well, Brock takes off to the corner where you don't want to go.
Yeah, that's the least place.
Took off to the corner, and he picked it up, and when he went to pivot back, this dude stepped here, this dude stepped here. He had nowhere to go. Boom, there's one.
All right.
So took that timeout. There's like 34 seconds left. So then I'm down to 1 timeout at this point because I took one.
Mm-hmm. And then you had to take that one.
And then I took that one, so I'm down to 1. So we get back out there, holding it again. 17 seconds, trap comes. Brock got in between. Well, when they did, they sandwiched him. He fell down. 17 seconds left. We're in the bonus. Brock makes both free
Shooting
throws.
two.
Yep. I'm sitting. He goes to the line. I'm like, how do we take one, set up defensively? I was like, or does that give him a chance to set up? And Bo was like, let's just get our ducks in a row. And he's like, if they come up with something, they'll come up with something. So I take it after Brock makes the second one big time. Makes Bo. So 17 seconds left. We take the timeout, come down, we talk about it. So we're going to go zone until the clock hits 8 seconds. And after that, and they make the pass, we're jumping out of zone and going man.
Okay.
Okay. So it hits like that 9-second mark. And they held it for a few seconds. And they made that pass, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I was like, jump, jump, jump. Everybody jumped. I had 3 people jump that way.
One person was left open.
The best shooter in the gym.
That's what I was told. The one that you don't want to be left open was the one that was left open.
The one, I think he had 4 threes against us.
Michael Anspaugh. We'll go ahead and shout him out too, because that kid's he's a sharpshooter. Yeah.
So we leave him wide open. He shoots it.
In the moment when the ball was rotating in the air, how long did it feel like the ball was up there?
Oh, dude, I was like,
did it feel like slow-mo, like in a movie?
you know those movies where
yes, the last shot's taken.
Like Coach Carter.
Yes.
When he catches that ball free throw line and he shoots it, and it was like 1.2 seconds, and the scene takes like 10 seconds. So I'm watching this thing. I'm like, oh, my. Oh, no. Bounces off the rim. We tip it around. It goes behind the backboard. Well, Gino catches it, throws it over the backboard.
At that point, there's still a chance.
It bounces off the front of the rim.
So there was a chance they tied the game.
Yeah.
I wasn't told that, okay.
And Stretch catches it. As soon as I've never seen anybody get rid of the ball so quick. Mason's standing here, and Stretch feels Campbell behind him.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he catches it, straight to Mason. Mason took 2 dribbles. Clock expired. We won.
Great ending.
Great feeling.
Great ending.
Great feeling.
I always ask these questions, and it's tough to really pinpoint one, but so far in your 3 years at West Green, is that your favorite win?
It's top 2.
Top 2?
South Union at home last year was a...
That was what I was going to assume might have been the other. I knew it was between those two because both of those are program-changing wins, getting that first county win with it being over the team that South Green had last year and then beating Hampton, who, like we said, defending 1A state champions. So,
but I will say 1A, 1B.
Okay. Culture-defining win nonetheless.
Still young, yeah. Still young. Be honest. How many people had us winning that game?
I would say if you polled people at the door who they thought was going to win each game.
And it was anonymous.
I would say at least 95% would have probably taken Hampton. And that's being 100% honest to you.
Oh, no, I want
else.
truth. I don't want you to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, and you would probably say the same thing. A lot of people probably expected Hampton to go in there and win that game because looking at what they had done in the regular season and looking at what they did last year with almost the same exact team.
Yep.
But that's why you play the game.
I'll tell you where my vote was going.
West Green Buffaloes.
Yes, sir.
I could expect that fully 100%.
But, no, that one felt good.
I'd say it did.
That one felt good.
Especially whenever you don't expect to win those games, too. If you somewhat think you're going in there and you win the game and it's a close game, it's kind of like a sigh of relief. Like, all right, we did it. But when it's a game like that, when nobody else expects you to win, everybody's counting you out, and you do win that game, that's the best feeling of it all.
Something you said, just house money.
Yep. That's what Mark and I said, and that's what we said to you last week. I don't think anybody expected you to be here. I looked at it.
I can tell you nobody expected us. I told you the preseason rankings they had ranked out. Had the West Green Buffaloes finishing 6th in their conference.
I looked at it earlier today. On February 2nd, you were 0-7 within the conference. Mm-hmm. On Tuesday, February 20th, 18 days later, we're blinking. We got to go to a break soon.
How much time we got?
Oh, we got plenty of time. The battery's dying on us right now, and I've had the battery almost die on me so many times now that this sounds bad, but I know that you've got about 5 extra minutes of juice left on it.
Oh,
it sounds bad on my part because my dumb self never charges them, or it's just that I do 3 interviews on Wednesdays.
I think that's Dalton's fault, right?
It could be. We'll blame it on Dalton.
Yeah. Dalton, you got to get these cameras charged for this.
Just give me a better battery. We'll just say that. I'm just kidding.
Upgrade equipment, please.
We're totally kidding, though. We're totally kidding. We'll see if he does, though.
Oh, was you kidding?
I was kidding.
Yeah, we're just kidding,
We're just kidding. We'll see if he watches this.
He doesn't watch them.
We'll see if anybody watches this. Or somebody else will shout out on the second half too. But what were we getting at? Oh yeah. February 2nd, 0-7 in the conference. February 20th, 18 days later, 4 out of your next 6 games you win.
Yep.
February 2nd, nobody expected you to still be alive at this point. You hadn't won a conference game yet. You go in, you beat Happy Valley. You lose to Hampton, but then you turn around and you beat Johnson County. So you finish it with 2 wins. You go into the quarterfinals. You beat Happy Valley to extend your season, and then you go in to beat Hampton. It's like Mark and I talked about. You're playing with house money at this point.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose? 2 weeks ago, nobody expected you to be here at this point.
Oh, I just keep down. Just keep
One
down.
of the things that I'll say, too, before we go to break, and it was pregame before you played Chucky Doak. On Friday night, I was sitting behind the scores table during warm-ups, and I saw that Chucky Doak is standing out there in their full uniforms, their warm-up shirts, their basketball shoes, right before the game. They look ready to go, business as usual. Your boys are out here, sweatpants, hoodies, beanies, flops, Crocs,
hats,
loose as a goose.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of what you need at this point, too, because nobody expected you to be here. What do you have to lose? Just stay loose. You have no pressure.
Nope.
You have no pressure one bit.
Play and have fun, man. That's all it is.
That's what happened last night. You ended up beating Hampton, culture-defining win, as we talked about, but we're going to die any second now, so we got to go to break real quick. So shout out to all these sponsors. Thank you for helping us pay the bills, and we'll be right back in just a minute here on Grassroots Media.
Pizza, pancakes, or donuts, the Davy Crockett Travel Center in Baileyton has the cure for all your cravings. While you're there, shop our general store for souvenirs, gifts, and cellular accessories. In a hurry, grab a cold drink and a hot dog to go. Check us out on Facebook and come to Baileyton.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Critters Corner Alan Tolliver Show, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the West Green Buffaloes. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Alan Tolliver, so I think everybody's used to it at this point.
Yep.
Second half, we start with Celsius. You've seen us sipping on it a little bit because it's too good not to have.
They're getting some new
Galaxy
waves.
Vibe Sparkling Strawberry Watermelon Edition. I don't know if this is like a limited time thing because it looks so much different than all of the others.
It kind of looks summery, don't it?
It does, but it's not summer.
It's not.
It's technically still winter, so even though it is sunny and 60 outside.
Got the palm trees in the back, though.
Got the palm trees. It's got the moon. It's got what looks to be Saturn up here on the top. They're really going with the space vibe here with this one, but nonetheless, it's good. I don't think it's going to be top tier, but it's middle tier for sure.
I mean, I would drink it again.
Mm-hmm. I don't know quite where I would stick it. We've got the rankings down here.
The flavor does not look like strawberry watermelon, though. Look in there.
By the bottle, too, it doesn't really look like it. Just kind of looking at the colorway where it's purple and
Orange.
a mix of orange and like a pinkish. You wouldn't really guess strawberry watermelon, but I mean,
It's not bad.
I'd stick it probably at 6. I don't think it beats Arctic Vibe, but I think it beats out Orange.
I'm going 6 as well.
6.
Beats out Orange.
2-6, yep.
Yep.
I think we need to make a PSA.
Yeah.
After further consideration, Cola has now been moved to last place.
It is awful.
I think about that every time we do these rankings and every time I edit these, and I have to shuffle these around.
To be fair,
I really don't know how Cola. Watermelon wasn't good, but I don't think we wanted to put Cola last because it was so different. We were like, okay,
Yeah.
they made a Cola.
But it was awful.
But yeah, it tasted like a flat diet Coke, and I already don't like
I don't like
Diet
diet
Coke
drinks, and I
or
don't like
flat
flat
drinks.
drinks. So
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna make a PSA on my part. Peachy Vibe #1 now. You gave me that one last week, and I drank it again. It's good, man.
dude,
it's one.
he's got Peachy Vibe chilling at 1.
Peachy Vibe 1, Peach Mango 2.
I got it chilling down there at 7.
You do. That's crazy. Then again, you got Arctic Vibe all the way at #2, and I've got it at 5. So
True.
there's a little bit of a difference there. Peach Mango's still holding tight up there for both of us.
It's
Tropical
top 3 for both
Vibe
of
is
us.
still up there. Raspberry Acai. We both got similar tastes on what we like. But
For
when
the
it
most
comes to Peachy Vibe, there's a huge difference.
You
I
say that though, but if you got a peachy mango in your hand right now and you got a drink, you'd be like, no, this is #1.
We might do that. Last edition, we might come in here with a peach mango and a peachy vibe and see which one ends at the top. I don't think raspberry acai is beating.
Now, I'll be honest,
I don't think
though,
anything's beating it for you.
peach mango might jump Arctic Vibe just because I'm a green tea guy.
Mm-hmm.
That green tea's where it's at.
We'll come back next week and see if you want to switch it.
Dude,
Let you sit on it for
I
another week.
live off those little Lipton green teas.
Those are so good, man.
I go through those things.
Those are so
crazy.
good. You get hooked on them easy.
They're good.
You do.
Have you tried the raspberry ones?
I think I have, but I've not tried it a lot, so I don't remember the taste.
Pretty good. I wish they
I
made the
remember
mixed
liking
berry ones that weren't.
Mixed berry was good.
They
Yes.
make them, but they're only in diet.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I've had mixed berry Propel.
Okay, we're on 2 different
Maybe?
planes.
Yeah, we're on 2 different planes now. That's what I was thinking of. But no, I've not tried the mixed berry green tea.
It's only in diet. It's not terrible.
But I'm sure if they made a regular, it would be
It would
pretty
be
good. Yeah. Mixed berry's a tough one to beat. I wonder if Celsius does.
Yeah, they got a berry one.
I wonder if they've got a mixed berry.
Yeah, it's
Do
like yeah, they
Like
do.
purplish,
Yeah,
maybe?
it's
I
purple.
was thinking so. We're running out of weeks to try these Celsius flavors, but good news is
We can carry it in next
we can carry it into next year because earlier today I looked it up. As of right now on this date, I think there are 23 different Celsius flavors according to their website. We are at 11 right now, and assuming we do 1 or 2 more weeks of this, we'd be at 13. That would give us 10 next year, and I'm pretty sure from now until then they'll come out with some new flavors
there'll
that
be
we'll be
something
able to
new.
try. So
Yeah.
we'll probably definitely carry the Celsius over into next year. Also, shout out to Robin down at Critters. She's the one that checked me out at the counter whenever I bought these. Go down to Critters Corner for all of your Celsius needs.
All your needs.
If you ever need
food
all of
needs.
your needs. What's your go-to at Critters? Go-to
Dude, I
order.
don't have a go. I take
That's
that
always
back. I
good.
take that back. I take that back. I do have a go-to.
All right, what is it?
Chicken Club.
Okay, I've never had one.
It's got so your bread. It's toasted, obviously.
Yep.
You know, got the little crunch to it. Fried chicken, bacon, and cheese
That does sound good.
in club form.
Can't go wrong with
So
a
it's
burger.
just
either.
layers of chicken, bacon, cheese with that toasted bread, with a cup of ranch to dip it in,
Their ranch is some of the best ranch.
and then a side of cheddar rounds.
Cheddar rounds are good too. Tater
And-
tots are good.
What's your dessert you get?
I don't usually eat dessert,
Oh, dude, you're missing
but I
out.
will say their Novaks,
Yep.
goated.
Is it a Novak or no bake?
I call it a Novak. What do you call it?
That's what I say.
Novak? Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Like Steve Novak, former
Yeah.
NBA player.
But this chick I work with, Heather, she's bougie, but she's like, it's a no bake. No bake.
I think it's all of what you've grown up on. I've always grown up on it being called a Novak, so
She's high maintenance.
okay.
I hope she watches this. That's why I
We'll
said
see.
she
There's a lot of
doesn't.
people who watch this.
She
Shout out
doesn't
to everybody
watch
who does watch this. So Jennifer
Mom?
watches this every week.
Oh, she. I mean,
She's
last
watched.
week's got deleted and she's coming for you.
I know. I don't know what happened to that. I woke up the next day and it was gone. But we made sure to re-upload it so everybody could see it.
Sabotage.
But she's watched. I'm confident to say she's watched every single second of every single Alan Tolliver show.
Oh, for sure.
I'd have to go back and look at the
I'm
exact
pretty
number.
sure it gets on my dad's nerves, but I think she's to the point like she puts an AirPod in when she watches it, so she can actually hear it.
We've done over 30 now.
30
I'd have to go back and look at the exact number we've done, but we've done over 30 now.
number.
That is a good number. Steph Curry.
Go. Oh man, we're flashing again.
We're blinking again. We're dying one more time
We're gonna hit
because
it.
I do a terrible job at charging these batteries. But
Thanks, Dalton.
you've got Austin East coming up. In the Region 1 2A tournament, you traveled to Knoxville to play Austin East round 1. most people who are watching this probably know what's in store when you go down there to play Austin East. They've got the Cherry brothers, most notably Shane, that everybody has their eyes on. According to 247.com, he has a composite rating of, I think, 87 and a 3-star, has college offers from Tennessee, Auburn, Penn State. So you know what you're getting in him. But it's not just Shane Cherry that you're playing. You're playing Austin East as a whole.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more of a team instead of a certain player. What do you expect when you go down there and play Austin East this coming Saturday?
Yeah, from what I've saw so far, film-wise, Shane and his brother, his brother's a freshman. They can both go. But, it's really going to come down to, can we take care of the ball in that pressure situation? You know they're going to get up in you. They're going to pressure you. They're going to pick you up full court. I think, basketball's a game of runs. Mm-hmm. We control the runs and we control the tempo of the game. We slow them down, get them outside their element. They like going fast, going. I think if we can slow that tempo down and kind of take care of the ball, get across half court, run 30, 40 per second, offensive possessions, I think that'll help a lot. But, Mr. Basketball finalist?
That's correct. I think whoever you play from here on out is probably going to be in the running, or you're going to be playing a team that you've seen before that's just as good as a whole. It's going to be tough from here on out.
Yeah, for sure. But, don't count the Buffaloes out.
Don't count the Buffaloes out at all. We saw that on Tuesday night with the upset over Hampton. Looking at the opposite game, too, on the same side of your bracket, you've got South Green and Eagleton. And like I said, you're probably assuming that South Green wins that game, but at the same time, if you advance past Austin East into that game with South Green, you're going to be seeing the winner of this district, a team that you've seen twice this year that I said is just as good as any of those teams down there in District 2. And then on the other side, you've got Gatlinburg, Pittman, Alcoa, Chucky Doak, Hampton. Those are 4 teams right there that also have 2 Mr. Basketball finalists and another All-State player. This is one of the best region tournaments probably within the whole state.
I would agree.
You've got a lot of region tournaments through a lot of classifications in the state of Tennessee, but you've got a lot of talent. This is probably one of the most loaded on this side of Nashville for sure. On the opposite side of Nashville in West Tennessee, not as familiar with them, not as knowledgeable, so I don't know. But on this side, this has probably got the biggest talent pool, I would say, out of certain players.
I would agree with that. Name me another district that has 3 Mr. Basketball finalists.
I don't know if there's ever been one. There probably has dating back to a while ago, but you're probably talking about a handful of times. Maybe you can count it on one hand how many times that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And then one of the other Mr. Basketball watch list players was in this same region in Christian Dairy. So 4 of the 5 top players within the state in Class 2A are in this region tournament. That's why I say this is probably the best talent pool that you'll see with specific players.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm excited for it, man.
I like the shirt today.
Appreciate it,
Nobody
man.
mentioned anything about the Ducky last week.
Nobody.
We'll see if anybody
This guy's got
mentions the
deleted.
Honey Badger. That's also
I
true.
wonder if anybody knows who the Honey Badger is.
If you know who the Honey Badger is, comment down below.
No Google, Mom.
I don't know if we've got anything to offer you this week if you get it right.
I will.
Also, Zach Colt, I don't know if he's watched it this far. I missed that he commented on YouTube the year that the Usher song was released too. I saw on Facebook that your mom got it first, but Zach Colt also did on YouTube, and I'll be completely honest, I don't check the YouTube comments as much as I do the Facebook ones, so those slip under me a little sometimes. But he did mention that. Shout out to you also. You can come on the show if you'd like to.
Yeah, Zach, come on over, man.
But I think that's all we've got. You've got Austin East on Saturday. Best of luck. Hopefully next week when we sit down, your season's still alive, and we're talking about you being in a regional championship game.
Hey, that's what it is.
But until
That's
then,
where we're going.
Coach, appreciate you once again.
Yes,
Here
sir.
from
Appreciate
West
it.
Green Middle School instead of West Green High School.
It's under construction.
But a beautiful floor nonetheless. Get to sit on the good old WG. That's all we've got today. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Critters Corner Alan Tolliver Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.